All right, what's going on, everybody, man? So the Xbox Games Showcase just literally ended. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys my thoughts on it. Scrapping this might be a long video. It might end up being 20 minutes. I don't know. I got a lot to say because here's the thing. If you guys saw my live stream yesterday, basically talking about the Play Anime thing, and then kind of giving my predictions of what Microsoft might show here. Yeah, like I came in with low expectations, just like with the Play Anime thing from Bandai Namco, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad I didn't fall for the hype like last year, because it seems like every year Phil Spencer, and I know it's his job. Phil Spencer, head of Xbox. I know it's his job. I know it's his job to hype Xbox. So I know it's his job, but he's like, this is gonna be the greatest year for Xbox. We got the biggest showcase ever. They show all these games, and here's what they've been doing the past few years. They've been basically kind of padding out their conference with just a bunch of game CGI trailers. Cause it like from the last reveal, right? Oh, not last reveal from the last showcase they did, right? Their last showcase they did, I think, was like in March, and that was the one where people got so mad because they said they were gonna show gameplay, but they didn't show a lot of gameplay. Like they might have shown just a tiny bit of gameplay, but people on the internet, like it was just a bunch of backlash for Xbox during that last showcase. So I think a lot of us came into this thinking that okay, maybe Microsoft has maybe Microsoft heard people's complaints and stuff. I think one dude that's at Xbox, I believe he's at Xbox, the Aaron Greenberg dude, it was either him or Matt Booty, somebody at Xbox, was basically saying how they heard the backlash, the feedback, and everything, and they're taking that into consideration. And with this, I honestly don't see an improvement. Honestly, this showcase was a waste of freaking time, just like that Play Anime event yesterday. So what they showed, and I got my notes here, so give me a second. I got notes on my phone. So they showed what they said 9 out of the 15 games that Xbox Studios is working on in house. They showed like 10 world premieres and then a bunch of other games. My main criticism is the same criticism a lot of people had with the last showcase. Not a lot of gameplay, a lot of CGI trailers. Like the most gameplay that we got was from Halo Infinite. And unless you actually give a crap about Halo, this was pretty whack. I mean, there were a few notable announcements, and I'll kind of get to in a second. But overall, this was pretty whack. This was pretty bad. So let's to kind of go down the line. I'm gonna kind of go through everything and go through everything they revealed and kind of give my 2 cents on it. I might not cover everything at length, but here we go. Halo Infinite, they showed gameplay of that. They showed so they're gonna have open world. Like there's like and here's another thing with this conference because a lot of this stuff, there's been rumors going around when it came to Halo, when it came to Fable that got revealed at the end. But there was a lot of rumors going around with these games, and a lot of it, a lot of it is just like what you see is like, okay, this is kind of the worst kept secret. We already know. Halo. So the big thing with Halo this time around, they got the grappling hook, and they basically got a complete open world. You can go and explore that world, and I know some people are gonna like it. I'm not a big into Halo. I used to play Halo at my friend's house as a kid, and I played Halo 5. Halo 5 was cool, but like I'm not big into Halo, so I didn't really care about that. But it looks like it could be okay. My thing is my worry with this game, and I'm sure some people, because I don't think a lot of people have really liked the 343. What is it? Because I get confused. 343 and then Bungie. Bungie was the one that did it before 343. So yeah, people don't really like the 343 games that much. And with them kind of expanding, making this into a big open world, I hope it's not big for the sake of being big. That's my only concern. Like, did you really need to do this? But I guess that's the route they're going. Like, I think they did the same thing kind of with Gears of War, where it's a lot more open. So hopefully that ends up turning out well, because I think this is kind of 343's last chance for some people when it comes to Halo. Because from what I've heard, from what I heard from a lot of Halo fans, they weren't really digging the other ones that 343 did. So after that, we got a CGI trailer for State of Decay. Here's the thing. So a lot of what I'm gonna be talking about when it comes to the game announcements, a lot of CGI trailers, a lot of cinematic trailers, they don't get the point that people want gameplay. I mean, we see bro, we know the game ain't gonna look like this. Go and look at State of Decay 2. It's probably gonna look like that, but maybe a tiny bit better. We got the Forza trailer. I'm just happy they didn't spend time showing, gameplay of that. I mean, I'm okay with that not having gameplay because, I mean, it's Forza. It's pretty much the same game every year, but it just looks way better every year. Everwild. Now, here's the thing that's killing me. So, Everwild is a game from Rare. And I know there's some people that really like Rare. And honestly, I don't remember playing a lot of Rare games back in the day. I know they used to be a beloved studio. But now Rare has changed. I'm pretty sure like a lot of the old guard has left that studio. And Everwild, here's the thing. When it got first announced, I believe last year, I'm just like, I'm still thinking the same thing. I'm like, what is this game about? From what they kind of described, from what the person described that they, the developer or whatever, talked about afterwards, after the little trailer, it kind of just reminds me of Journey mixed with, it kind of reminds me of Journey mixed with Horizon. That's the best kind of description I can kind of give you. Because I don't think there's going to be any combat in this, but like, it seems like it's gonna be a big open world that you can explore, and like there's these mythical creatures or whatever, and it just kind of reminds me of Horizon, but it also reminds me of Journey. Because I'm like, what is the point of this game? So I'm still like, what is this? So yeah, and then after that they show Don't Nod's. I don't even want to call it a game. It's a let's be honest, bro. Don't Nod hasn't made a game since. Weren't they the guys that did Remember Me? Because if they are, I think that was like the last game, the last legit game they actually made. Because this is like, at first when it first came on, I thought it was Life is Strange. Because like all their stuff looks the same. But like, this ain't no game, bro. This is a freaking interactive TV show. It's called Tell Me Why. Let me stop. But it's called Tell Me Why. Yeah, That title just reminds me of the Backstreet Boys song. But yeah, that trash. Get that out of here. Ori and the Will of the Wisp. Big trash. Hippy dippy garbage. People be hyping Ori up. I don't see the appeal. It's just another Metroidvania. Only difference is, it's got that little colorful art style, whatever. So this was one of the biggest announcements, besides, obviously, Halo Infinite was a highlight for Halo fans, but, this was one of the, bigger announcements. Outer Worlds DLC, Peril of Gorgon, that's coming out September 9th. Grounded, Snooze. I will say this though. I like that little nod to Cyberpunk that they put in there. That's coming out July 28th. And then they also showed, and I'm glad that they showed this, so at least I know that Phil Spencer and the team are letting Obsidian do what they want, as they should. Obsidian, they showed a new RPG. It looks like Skyrim. It's called Avowed, and it looks like a better Skyrim. So not only it's kind of funny. So not only is Obsidian gonna make, or was already made, a better Fallout game, they're about to make a better Skyrim. They're just it almost seems like they're just kicking Bethesda while they're down. But okay. Then we got some more talking. There was a lot of talking in this. There was a lot of talking in this, and I don't think these people, I don't think these studios, these companies understand that fans don't care. You can talk about all your artistic vision and all this other crap, but come on, the general consumer, the casual, does not care about all that. But yeah, they talked about a new studio acquisition, Dust Falls, I believe is either the name of I think it was the name of the game. Once again, Just like with Don't Nod's game, Tell Me Why. This isn't a game. This isn't a game, as far as I can tell. Like, this looks like an interactive, movie type thing. Hellblade 2, very disappointed. I'm very disappointed in Ninja Theory. No gameplay, just talking. Psychonauts 2 trailer. Boo. So it was kind of like a music video. Jack Black doing the music. Jack Black need to stick to acting, because that's singing. I don't know. But at least we got a tiny bit of gameplay there, but it was mostly not gameplay. More talking about Destiny 2 coming to Game Pass. We had Stalker 2 after that. Another CGI trailer. Is going to be a console launch exclusive. And I believe Stalker 2 is a remake. I heard that was a really good shooter game back in the day. So that would be something that I would be interested in, I guess. But they didn't show me gameplay. Maybe I would be more what's the word I'm looking for? But like maybe I'd be more curious about it if they showed me gameplay. Warhammer Dark Tide, a CGI trailer for that's coming out 2021. A lot of the Warhammer, like, here's the thing with the Warhammer series, they always have like these really cool looking trailers, but then you look at the gameplay and it's just like this top down type thing. If I'm thinking about the correct series here. Tetris Effect, they were touting that as a console launch exclusive. Like, that game has been on Switch for the longest. The Gunk, we got a CGI trailer for that. Plus, I want to say like 30 seconds of gameplay. So that was kind of meh. The Medium, they announced the Medium last time. Again, another cinematic trailer. A little bit of gameplay in that, but still not much. Phantasy Star Online 2, New Genesis, I guess that's DLC. Another disappointing announcement from a company that I really respect now. Remedy. From Remedy, we got a first-person shooter game that looks very generic. Crossfire X. Cinematic trailer with like a small bit of gameplay, and then at the end we got Fable. From Playground Games. Like I said earlier, worst kept secret. We all knew about that, and we didn't get anything from the initiative. So overall, this is a very, very, very underwhelming performance from Microsoft. As I mentioned before, they showed 9 out of their 15 games that they're working on. So that means they got about, 11 more games to show us? My math is probably bad right here. Hold on. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah. So they got 6 games to show us. My math is terrible. They got 6 more games to show us. We know one has to be the initiative. I'm trying to think what else we didn't see. We didn't see Perfect Dark Zero. That's been rumored. A Perfect Dark remake. And then I don't know what else they could show. I mean, they kind of showed Forza, but they showed like CGI, whatever. But yeah, overall, this was this is just a waste of time. It was very underwhelming, and it's very disappointing. Another year in a row where, I mean, last year, when you look back at E3 from last year, Sony basically gave Microsoft the freaking stage, man. They gave Microsoft the stage, and they still floundered. They still fumbled the ball. And it's kind of sad to see this, because I mean, I'm hearing a lot of great things about Game Pass, and like I would love to be able to subscribe to that, because that's just free. That's like free games right there. But I'm not gonna buy your console just for the third party stuff, because I feel like I fear if I buy their console, it's gonna be just like last time, where my Xbox was basically collecting dust, and the only time I was playing it was to basically use Netflix and like YouTube and everything. Back when I was using Netflix, I don't use it now, but yeah, I was basically, it's kind of ironic, because like with the Xbox One, I basically was doing what they were initially selling the Xbox One for, which was entertainment rather than the video games. It was more so supposed to be marketed as a entertainment box for like TV and movies and stuff, right? And I'm happy that they're focusing on games, but now they got to show us something. And I don't know about y'all, but they didn't show me anything too appealing. I mean, yeah, they got the Obsidian game that's coming out. The what's it called? Avowed. They got that joint. They got Outer Worlds DLC coming. Hellblade 2. But like I said, they didn't show us much from those games. The biggest problem with this event is that they didn't show gameplay. I mean, they showed some gameplay. Like I said, they showed some gameplay for Halo. But overall, they didn't show gameplay, and that's the problem. People want to see gameplay. Like, we need to know how these games are going to play. I don't know how hard is that to like. I don't know how hard that is to understand. Like, people watch these events every year for gameplay. They don't care about no CGI trailer. You can show us this grand story. You can kind of set up your story and stuff. But it doesn't matter if the game is gonna suck. Like, we want to know how the game is gonna play, and then you can go ahead and introduce us to the story, or try to do both at the same time if you can. But unfortunately, this event was terrible. I mean, this whole week has been pretty bad for game announcements and like these type of events. The Nintendo Direct Mini, the Nintendo Direct Mini was terrible. The Play Anime event was terrible, and this is terrible. This has been a very terrible week when it comes to just these gaming events. And honestly, we need E3 back. I don't care what anyone says. E3 better come back next year, assuming that this whole pandemic thing, dies down within the next year, and everything can, become normal again. We need E3 or something, man. Because the thing that kills me the most about what Microsoft did today is that they basically told us that, yeah, there's more on the way, and there's probably going to be another event in August, I believe, either August or September, because they're getting really close to the Xbox Series X launch. But my thing is, why are y'all holding off? And then I'll be fair, this is my same criticism with Sony. Why are y'all holding the games back? Like, I get it that the development the development of these games is probably, very slow in comparison to how it used to be because of the whole situation here. But stop holding stuff back. If you don't have anything to show, just don't show anything at all. But if you have something to show everything at once. Show everything at once. I mean, I get that these companies have marketing plans and all that jazz, and they got to promote their game and all that crap. But honestly, this was terrible. This was terrible. That's all I can really say about it. This was a gigantic waste of time. Unless you were a Halo fan, you were probably satisfied. But other than that, yeah, this was bad. So yeah, I think I've talked enough about this event. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here and actually watch the post show. I believe Jeff Keighley is gonna do a post show. He did a pre-show earlier. I may cover that in a different video or something. I'm not gonna cover it there. But let me know what you guys think about the Xbox games showcase. Like the video, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. I'm out of here. Peace.